Hi, my name is Alexis Lahana, and this is my Theory to Practice project. We cannot follow one single psychological theory throughout our experience as an educator. We can say as much as we want that we are a behaviorist or constructivist, but in reality we incorporate so many different theories into our teaching every single day. I relate best with parts of many theories, including behaviorism, humanism, constructivism, and experiential learning. Humanism looks at a student as a whole and relates specific behaviors to the environment that they are in. Maslow and Rogers spearheaded this psychological movement. This focuses on choice and control. Students are encouraged to make choices for themselves and motivate themselves. The teacher serves as a facilitator, something I agree with wholeheartedly. In order to demonstrate this idea of humanism and incorporate it successfully into my classroom, I will start with the beginning of the year classroom layout. I want my classroom to center on discussion and having students take charge of their learning. To do this, I will incorporate round tables in my classroom, ensuring that students can collaborate in all of their projects. I will also have a quiet reading corner with beanbags and couches where students can go after assignments are finished. This will hopefully help to facilitate a love of reading and allow students to focus on reading by themselves and improving their individual comprehension levels. Though humanism is a great part of education, there does need to be a more strict system for behavior at times. This is where the theory of behaviorism comes into play. This theory assumes that human behavior is learned, and the desired response must be rewarded in order for learning to take place. In education, this is seen through reward systems. In my classroom, one of the biggest ideas I will emphasize will be listening, an important aspect of ELA. Not only do students need to learn how to listen quietly to stories being read, but students also need to learn to be respectful while the teacher is talking and while their peers are sharing information. When these behaviors are exhibited, there will be a system in place where they will be able to move up and down on a scale, depending on the nature of the behavior. If they remain at the top of this scale until the end of the day, they will get some reward. I have observed that a clip-up chart or something similar has been a very positive effect on behavior, and once you tell one child to quote-unquote clip up, you see a change in behavior from a few other children. Moving on to the next theory, constructivism. I believe learning occurs through active involvement. Learners make meaning in knowledge, and this can only happen if students are thinking critically and are motivated to learn for themselves. This theory combines the two previous theories, but focuses more on the critical thinking aspect and moving into the higher order thinking in Bloom's taxonomy. In my future classroom, I want to create a CLE, or a constructivist learning environment, where the learning is centered on one specific goal. Students need to learn content and theory in order to solve a problem. Something I would like to include in my classroom would be a debate, similar to what we did in class. This would allow students to question each other and collaborate with peers to solve an issue, create a solution, or form opinions. My final theory that I want to educate by is experiential learning, where students get the chance to apply their knowledge and conceptual understandings to real-world learning. When students get the chance to learn in authentic environments, the learning becomes significantly more powerful. A lot of real-world learning can take place with the use of technology. It is interesting how much of what we know and experience can happen easily through the internet. Deepening knowledge can take place from one search on Google, and learning how to use word processing will allow for future real-world success. Worksheets aren't going to assist students as much as learning how to search for information on a computer or mastering certain aspects of technology. I want to include as much technology incorporation in my classroom as possible. In the SAMR model, my goal will be to reach the redefinition stage, or creation of a task that could not be done without the use of technology. I want to use this technology to enhance students' learning, provide a place for them to research what they need to know, and then broaden their knowledge even more by getting them outside the classroom for real-world experience. These four theories, along with many others, will combine to create the most successful learning environment possible. Being aware of how I teach, the dynamic of my classroom, and student learning will help me to adjust my curriculum and teaching style for the best interests of my students. My end goal is to have a classroom where the students take charge of their learning. Sitting and lecturing will only take learning so far, but using psychological theories to assist the classroom layout will help me be as successful as possible. It will take much practice and will begin by being very confusing and unsure, but in the end, everything works out, and a love for teaching and helping each student learn will prevail. Thank you for watching and listening.